All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me start from this asset, VIX75. Okay, what am I seeing on V75? Now follow me very closely. I have analyzed this in the last class we did. So I'll just touch it a little bit. Are we all here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, please. Let me just use daily first before we go. What am I seeing on daily? I'm seeing a good structure. I've explained this. This is a low. This is a high. This is a low. This is actually supposed to be a high, but then this high here did not break this low. Exactly.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me, please?
Which high? Oh,
You
I'm
said the
coming.
high did not break what?
This high here, for it to be a valid high, are you following?
Yes.
On daily, it has to break this low. Price had to close below this low here.
Okay.
Is that clear? So based on daily, this high is irrelevant. It's just like an inducement. You get?
Okay.
Are you following? So
Yes.
for me, the last high on daily is here. This is the last high on daily. A low, a high, a low, and then it has not created a new low. Is that clear? So this is still the last high that I'll be looking at on daily.
okay.
Is everybody following me?
Yes,
Please,
sir.
what do you mean by the fact that it is an inducement?
Inducement means price just had to sell for no relevant purpose.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, it doesn't have any effect on the structure. You get? The structure is still intact and this zone is still very much important. So I wouldn't be using this zone for a sell anyway, although it doesn't mean price will not sell here a little. You see that price sold a little.
Yes.
Yeah, but then I won't be considering this, but anything can happen. But for me, I won't be considering this. I will be looking at this place for a retest and then a continuation for a sell. Is that clear? That's on daily anyway. Is that clear now?
And you also mentioned about the invalid eye. You said before the eye can be a valid eye, it has to
Yes.
close.
Break
So close
below.
where I don't. Okay, close.
Yes.
Okay.
Below the recent low.
Okay. How? Okay.
What?
Okay. Okay.
What did you
A
say?
little blue.
So how can the eye close before the recent low? Is it that the market is going to set to the place
You
or
know,
what?
this is a presumed high. We think as market started selling from here, it
Yes.
has created a new high. You understand? But
Yes.
then this high will be valid if it breaks this low here. If it doesn't
Okay.
close below this low here, this high is not a valid high for me.
Valid eye. Okay.
Do you understand it now? So
Yes.
since this price did not close below this on daily, you understand? You can go to
Yes.
H4 and this thing close below it. That's another structure entirely. But since this high did not close below this on daily, this is not valid for me on daily. Is that clear?
So to close, that means it has to break the structure, right?
Yes, it has to break the structural low here,
Structural low. Okay.
this
Okay.
place here. So as soon as it breaks this place, price close, even if it's small, price close below this place, then this high is valid for me for sell continuation. Is that clear now?
Okay. Yes. Yes. I
But
get
boss, it looks like the week was just a little below it.
We don't consider, for me, I don't consider the week. I consider
The body.
body
The
to
body.
body. That's body to body or week to body. You understand?
Okay.
Do you follow me?
Yes, sir.
So for me now, price just grab liquidity below this place because some persons are buying from here. So price grab them, stop them out and continue buying. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Did everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
So that's what
sir.
we can see on daily. All right. So now let's go to H4 to confirm whether price might still get to where we expect it to get to. Now, don't always go far in structure. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't go far in structure. This is a high, a low, and this low broke this high here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Making this low a valid low. What?
I done that there.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Roger, only I put there on a high plate and spoon. Hi.
Someone is talking about plate and spoon here. All right. So let me show us. Okay. This eye was broken. Price closed above it. So this low becomes valid. Do you understand? So I'm waiting for price to come back to this low before I start looking at anything. Let me see. Some persons want to start buying here. I have to post to the group, their group, that okay, I don't trust the buy because I'm seeing liquidity here. This is the only one I saw before someone else posted. Am I echoing?
No, we can hear you.
All right, so that's what it is. So I'm seeing this liquidity that has to be grabbed. I cannot buy here. Sorry, manage the line like that. And also someone opened my eyes to another liquidity here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so there's another liquidity here that needs to be grabbed, which supported my analysis for a buy at my green zone. Do you understand?
Mm.
All right. So I'm waiting
Please,
for
who
price.
support?
What?
He said, who supports your analysis?
For my buy zone anyway.
Okay.
So this gives me a validity that price had to clear liquidity like this. So I expect price to clear this liquidity and then come to my green zone before moving up. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There's only few persons that are responding. All right. So this is what I expect. Maybe
Yes, sir.
maybe in the next 2 days or tomorrow, anything can happen. Price can decide to move fast, but I expect price to come here. When price gets here, I go to lower time frame for confirmation. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Don't just enter from that place because some of you just enter and then you see losses. So just wait for price to do whatever it wants to do here. Go to our lower time frame and then confirm it and then we buy. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So should I go to another asset? So and then there's another
Yes.
possibility that price might not. If price
Help
break this
will be
place,
needed.
is someone saying something to me?
Yes, sir. Please, a little help will be needed here. So when you lower time frame,
Who is talking, please? All right. You said what is the
you say so we should time frame and then confirm. What do we
yes
watch out for specifics? What do we watch out for in the lower time frame
break of
before
structure
we?
and retest?
That's
And that
in the
break of
30
structure
minutes.
and retest, yeah, 15 minutes. Use 15 minutes.
Okay.
For volatility, you can use 15 minutes, but for boom and crash, don't. Just use M30, especially for you that is just reading structure. Exactly.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Just no.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Oh yeah, is someone saying something? Just what?
Yeah, you say it is it clear? I say no.
No.
You said it must be within structure.
I did not hear you very well. What did you say?
Please, can you hear me well, sir, now?
Yes, I can hear you.
You said something final. You say, but it must be within structure. That is what I didn't get.
No, I didn't say it must be within structure. That break of structure on lower time frame must be within this green zone here.
Okay.
Is that clear now?
It is clear, sir.
All right. And in case price comes here and did not give a break of structure and broke this place, if he breaks this zone here, is everybody following me?
Yes, yes.
It means we might want to start buying. So what we might want to start selling is either you wait for price to retrace back to this other block here, or you wait for price to come here. To come to the structural zone, maybe the breaker block here, and then we see the reactions. The same thing over and over. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Everybody respond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If this thing wants to, if it wants to break, must it
Yes.
break in the same direction? If we go in that M15 or M30, depending on the asset.
See, when this zone breaks, this is another time frame. H4 is one of our structural time frame. I told us how to split that. Your daily, your H4, your weekly should be your structural time frame. Your entry time frames are H1, M30, M15, M5, and M1, if you know how to read structure. So if this higher time frame break this low here, structure has changed to a sell, right?
Yes.
So that means there are two options. Is either we wait after structure has broken for a sell for price to come to this other block and we continue selling. What? Someone is saying something. Someone is saying something.
Okay, sir, I've heard you.
I think for me, I just
I thought someone is calling my attention.
as for me, I just responded.
That you understood. So that's just what you expect. When price break this low, structure has changed to a sell because this true low is not supposed to be broken if buy wants to continue. So if this place broke, then we wait for price at this other block here before we continue selling. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so that's what we do. But then, in as much as this is our range low and our range high, exactly, range high, range low on H4. So what we do is we wait for price around here, go to lower time frame, confirm if the buyer wants to continue with a break of structure and retest, and then this is what we do. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Is there any other question? Ask your question so that I can respond to them. So there's no question. There's no question. All right. Okay. Which other assets should we look at? Let me check B300. All right. I have explained this before. Nothing has changed yet. Exactly. How many of you have watched the video on YouTube?
Not YouTube.
Please go and download it. And it's the same thing. I've explained this on Mr. Joe. Haven't I explained this?
That is me.
No, Mr. Joe, not you.
Yes.
All right. So please, if you have not watched the video, please try to check it. Most of the analysis had been done yesterday, but then please check this one out. Nothing has changed yet. Exactly. So let me go to those that I feel something has changed on them. All right. So, okay. Now, please, I saw this asset. Is everybody here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
I
sir.
called this trade. Okay. Did I share this trade in the mentorship group?
No, sir.
Okay. If I did not, then I felt it's risky. But then let me show you what I did. I have been telling us that this price is at a structural point on H4, right? This place, breaker block.
Yes.
Did you remember, Mr. Joe? I believe all the mentees would remember. I said this asset is at a structural point. Let's wait for lower time frame break of structure. Is that right? How many of you remembered? Most of you did not remember. Okay, you better follow well. Oh, it's just the truth. Now, what I see on lower time frame is this. I'm seeing a high, a low, and then this high got broken here. I was expecting price to come to this place, and of course, this thing has not tested my zone. Remember, I said this price must test my zone. It's why I did not take this trade. That's why I did not take this trade. It must touch your zone. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Please, if you are not understanding what I'm saying, ensure that you ask questions. So price touched the zone here and then broke this high. So actually, I took the trade here, and price dropped on me, stopped me out. Exactly.
Yes.
Because of this break of structure here, I thought this place should push price up. So I entered the trade here, and then price dropped on me and stopped me out. So we will not lie to you that we make losses. You get.
Yes.
It's a normal thing, so there's no point. You are not newbies. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is a high, a low, a high, and then I expect it to create a higher high, then continue up. It broke this low, and then see what we have, another low. Is that clear now?
Another low, yes.
Yeah. So this is a valid high to continue selling according to this time frame. And I told you when you have an M30 zone, what do you do?
Go to M5.
Wait for a break of structure.
You go to M5 and wait for break of structure and a retest before you start selling this asset. So now, currently, I saw this price come. This price didn't just come down. It actually gave a reaction here that created a low, a high, and then this low was broken to this place. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
See, you need to learn how to use sense for the market, because market too is using sense for everybody. All right, so can you see it clearly here?
Yes.
Market is ensuring that you don't see nothing. So I expect price to react at this other block here. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because of this high. So price came there. You see that it reacted a little bit around this other block.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't expect to scalp. Me, I was expecting it to continue buying up, and then suddenly price just dropped on me and then stopped me out. This asset is very volatile. Let me not talk too much about it. If you don't have enough money, don't get close. It's just the truth. Or you have not mastered your risk management. If you do it, don't worry. Let me just keep quiet there. So now, price dropped and then stopped me out. So I know this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, and then this is another low. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
So I was expecting price to come back to this green zone up here. This green zone here. You get, so that I can continue selling. But price did not go there. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Price didn't get there, and then it dropped. So my intention was that after the structure was broken on lower time frame, I would take a buy from the zone that broke that structure. This zone here, exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is where I took the buy from. Although this place wicked us out. I know as soon as this place wicked us out, most of the person will not be interested. Exactly.
Yes.
What price just did was to clear liquidity here and then continue buying up. So price cleared liquidity here, and as soon as I see that it was liquidity that was grabbed, you saw where I entered. Actually, I entered OL self, but then see where I entered the first entry. After, don't let me talk about the candlestick anyway, but then you know this candlestick, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of this candlestick?
Doji.
What?
Doji.
All right, this is Doji. All right, but then
Mrs.
for
Kandu
me,
is not online.
what?
I said Mrs. Kandu is not online.
Yeah, I don't know. She said she will be online, but then let's leave that. They watch the video because I'll post it on YouTube. So now, this is what I see. I saw this candlestick close like this, and I saw that it's a strong rejection candle, and it's within my zone. So I just said, let me risk it. So I started buying from after the candle closed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now the candle closed. Let me show you a little secret, because most of you don't know how to really take your trade. I know that this thing must buy, and some persons will be targeting here for a sell continuation, this place. Do you understand? See where this arrow is? That's where some persons are targeting for sell continuation. Is that clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
But me, I know that it's just liquidity and inducement, so I expect price to come to this green zone. So my first TP will be here. Is that clear?
Okay.
Yeah, that's where my first TP will be. Now, let me show you why I took the second entry. You know this is M15, right?
M15, yes.
All right, so I go to M5. Let me see what is happening on M5. All right. So I'm coming. Now see what I saw on M5 that made me to the trade. This is a high, right?
Yeah.
This is a low that was created and high. This high was valid because it broke this low. Is that clear?
Yes.
And then price dropped down. And then price came back and broke this high here. This is the first place it broke it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Price retested this zone, this breaker block zone. Let me mark it so that you see it, because most persons do not really take note of it. Did you see it? This is the breaker block here. So price has broken it, and then price came back to retest it here, and then create a new high. Are you following?
Yes.
So price broke this high and create a new high here. So as soon as price retraced back into this place, I decided to take another entry. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
I know this is complicated. You need to have matured in higher time frame structure before you look at lower time frame structure like this. Is that clear?
Yes.
So for me, before now, I don't really enter trades like this. I never mature them. What I just do is as soon as I see the M30, I just enter this one trade and allow it run. But now I can actually, enter trade from anywhere so far I see my confluences. Is that clear?
Yes, I get.
So that's why I'm still in this trade now. So this trade I'm buying to this place, I will buy it to this place, and then from here, I'm going to wait for price to get here and see what M5 presents. Is that clear now? So now, some persons are looking at me and say, you use one lot size on this trade. How much am I risking? I don't want you to know. This is $59. Anyway, is a big risk. Are you following?
Yes.
Before you risk like this, you should have mastered your strategy. This is $59 I'm risking on this trade, and I'm looking at getting. Of course, I've gotten my 1 to 3 because 1 to 3 is 150, isn't it? Or 180. I've gotten my 1 to 3. Is that not so? I suppose to have taken partial. I would have closed 0.8 and then allow the rest run to this place. Is that clear now?
Yes.
So that's where I'm expecting price to run to. So what is my target? What is my risk to reward? This is, if price gets here, that's 700 pips, right?
7-4.
Is that not 700 pips?
Yes, 7-4.
And I'm risking 59. So that's about 1 to around 12 or so. So it's a good trade. Do you understand that now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So when price gets here and this place didn't hold price, let us check for where next we hold price. What we hold price next? I beg, I know Siam. If this place did not hold price to sell, this place I doubt if it will hold price. Price will grab liquidity at this high here. Is that clear? Are you following?
Yes.
Yes, we are following.
So if price clear this high here, price will also grab liquidity at this high here. This place will not push price down. I am certain of it. Just trust me when I analyze for you. What?
Why, sir? Why did you start it?
Okay. You know this asset has been buying, right?
Yes.
This asset has been buying, and this asset gave a reversal at a structural point. Is that clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
From our strategy, what we understand is price after breaking structure and retesting that place, it has to go back to the current high that was created. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
So this high here is where it's coming to. That's if it breaks this high is where it's coming to. And this there's no other block here for me because this is H4. This is no other block because I think most of you will call it other block. Is one candle. It will become a valid other block if it has broken this low here. Is that clear now?
Okay.
But then it did not break this low, so I expect price to get to this place before I start looking for any other thing. Is that clear now?
Yes.
So as you are seeing price, if you are buying and you are buying from a low, your take profit should be the current high in the market. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
So if this place didn't push this price down, then my target is at this place. Is that clear now? So after price clear that place, I can now start thinking of what next. Are you following me?
Yeah, I'm
Yes, sir.
following, sir.
All right. Any
Please,
question?
yeah, yes, boss. Why did you say
All right.
this one? That low where the arrow is pointing? That low has
Yes.
to break. That low has to break the low before the up there can be considered an order block.
All right. Let me restructure for you. This is a low, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is a high because this high caused the movement that broke this low here. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is a high because it broke this low, and then price came up
Yes.
and then broke this high here,
High.
which
Yes.
changed
Yes,
our
sir.
structure to a buy, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All of us expect price to come to this other block, but there's something here. Liquidity is here. There's something here. I won't show you, not on this video, but then I will make sure I screenshot it because it will take time to analyze it. So there's liquidity here. Institutions are here. So when price broke this high and then create a new high, you see that price came back to retest this place.
Okay.
Yes,
If I had seen this movement earlier, I would have entered and make this high my target for take profit. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yes.
So price came to this high also and broke it. That means the recent low here is this place. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So before this thing can turn to a sell, price had to come back and break what? The recent what?
Low.
The recent low. So before I start considering another block around here, this low had to be broken for the structure to change to a sell. But now the low has not been broken yet. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, based on this time frame, the structure is still a buy. So we are still looking at buying this asset more to the upside. So what I'm using is I trade two things. I trade order blocks and structural point. That's breaker blocks. Those are the only two things I trade. I don't trade SMC. I don't trade King order block. Of course, I don't even really know what King order block is all about. But I don't trade King's order blocks. I don't trade SMC. That's Smart Money Cube. But I trade order blocks. That's demand and supply zones. And I trade breaker block. Those are the two things I trade. Is it someone want to ask a question? I thought someone wanted to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is clear, right? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Only
All right, so
you trade only strike
what?
points and order block.
Yes, those are the only two positions I focus on. Please, if you have not watched my YouTube videos, go and watch it. The ones I've posted, especially the one I posted last, try as much as possible to watch it. You will get a lot of things from it. But then, from this one too, you are getting, just follow the process and then you will land in success. Do you understand this asset now? So within the week, what we are expecting is more buy. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So if this, where's my arrow? So if this green zone get broken to the upside, then if this green zone get broken to the upside, our next target is the H4 high. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
But then by the time price gets to this place and it gives us an M5, kind of structural break and retest, then we can continue selling from here. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So trade that place with confirmation, please. Don't jump around it. So let me go to another asset, B5.
Please, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. When will you consider a lower time frame of M5 for confirmation?
When your zone is marked on M30. So if your zone is marked on M30, you should consider M5 break of structure and retest.
All right, sir.
Even if your zone is marked on H1, you should always look for M5.
Okay.
Is that gotten now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let me check B5. All right. This B5 has been ranging for a while. Although I was supposed to be in the sale anyway with another strategy, Kowe, but then I know I'm not a shower of strategy, I beg. So I trade my strategy, although I saw the sale, but I just allow it go. But over time, after you've mastered structure, there are other strategy I'm going to be teaching anyway. But don't let me talk too much about them. So now what I'm seeing here, you see the zones I marked
Yes, sir.
on H4, those are my highs and lows. See this place is the H4 high. This place here is the H4 high. So let me show you how it become high. This is a high, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This high is valid because it broke this low. So this is a high and this is a low. And this high got broken here. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
most of us expect price to continue buying from here. As soon as price get to this other block here, it should continue buying here. Do you understand?
Yes.
Price came to the other block and gave a reaction. You see, price always respect. Not that it will not move, but it will not move as far as you think. You understand? That's why most times, most of the bosses say, if as soon as you get your 1 to 3, take partial and break even. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you get your 1 to 3, take partial and break even. You don't necessarily have to wait till TP. Do you understand? Now, people
What
that
did they mean
took
by
this,
1 to 3?
what?
What did they mean by 1 to 3?
Your risk to reward.
Oh, risk
So if you are
to
risking, if you are risking $10, 10 pips, after you get 30 pips, you are supposed to close partial and allow the rest on. So you move
Okay.
your stop loss to entry. You get.
Okay, yes.
So your first target should be 1 to 3. Then after you get that, you can go and relax. Let's assume that someone entered this trade here. Do you understand? At this place here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me point the arrow very well so that you can see. At this place here, you see where that black line is?
Yes.
Where my arrow is, someone entered from here. Let us check the risk to reward. Now, when you enter from here, the low will be your stop loss. You give a little space, that's 13 pips, right?
13, yes.
1 to 3 is 39 pips. Is that clear?
Yes.
So did we get 1 to 3? We even got more than 1 to 3. Did you see it?
Okay.
So as soon as your
Yes,
price
yes.
got to 1 to 3, 1 to 39 pips, you take partial, allow the rest run. And then you break
Run.
even, move your stop loss to break even. Is that clear now?
Okay, yes. Yes.
So there's no problem. So what am I waiting for on this asset? I'm waiting for this asset to get to any one of my zone here. So now this is my H4 high. It's valid because it broke this low. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
This H4
Yes.
high is valid because it broke this low. So I'm expecting price to come back to this high. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
a way I define this zone. There's a way I define my zone. Some persons will mark the whole other block, but I have a way of refining my zone. But then let's just talk about the structure and other things. So now what I'm seeing here is that price already broke this structure here. You see there are many structure here. Follow me. Is
Inside.
everybody
Yes.
here? Follow me, please. This is a low. This is a high. This is a high because it broke this low. Is that clear now?
Yes.
So this broke this low. Price came back to retest this high, and this is another high because it broke this low. Is that clear?
Yes.
So price came back and then price moved up and then broke this high totally. Is that clear?
Yes. That's on that high.
So this is another high and this is a
Yes.
low. So we have higher high and a lower low. So we are expecting price to come and create a higher low and then continue buying to this place. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if price comes back to this zone, the zone I will use because I marked up zone. You see this is a zone here. Huh?
Yes.
This zone might move price, but I will wait for confirmation before I take any trade at this zone. My major zone is this place.
Okay.
When price get to this place, I will not be waiting for confirmation. For me, I will take the trade like that. But if price gets here, I doubt it, but I will wait for confirmation. If I see confirmation, then I will buy. I will buy up. But then price might decide not to come down first. Are you following?
Yes.
So price might just decide from here and start shooting up, boom, 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 and gets to this place. As soon as it gets here, I wait for confirmation on M15 or M30. Use M30, please. Use M30. I wait for confirmation, break of structure and retest around here on M30, and then I'll start selling down. So price might not actually respect this zone if it gets here first. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
Because this zone here will be my TP. So price will get here if it reacts.
Like network is giving problem.
That his network is not stable.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes,
We can hear you now.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Someone
But the
called.
network is some.
So someone called. That's why.
Okay.
All right. So that's what we are expecting. So we are expecting price to come down here first before going up. But then price will do its thing. So price can decide to just say, okay, I know they come down. Now up I they go. So price will just come here. We see reaction here, then we start selling. Is that clear now? Do we follow?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If you have a question, you can ask. All right.
I want to ask how
I'm hearing.
how do you move this thing to break even? The stop loss to break even.
It means you move your stop loss to your entry point. Do you understand it?
Does it mean that you have to open two positions? Because if the price triggers your TP level, it will just automatically go out. I don't understand.
That's why I said you don't need to get to TP. As soon as you get 1 to 3 and you want to close partial, 1 to 3 is not your TP. TP is still far. You understand? But as soon as you get your 1 to 3, maybe you are risking 10 pips, you get 30 pips, you take partial. Exactly. Taking partial means close part of your position and then move your stop loss to entry. Do you understand? Allow the rest run.
Okay.
Exactly
Okay.
now.
Moving the boss.
I'm hearing
Moving
you.
the stop loss to moving the stop loss to entry, is that what you mean by breaking even?
Yes.
All right.
That's whenever you are seeing BE or you see break even, it means move your stop loss to entry.
All right.
All right, is that clear now?
Okay.
All right. Should I
have a
proceed?
question, sir.
All right.
Now, regarding moving stop loss to entry and taking partial. Now, how about those who are using minimum lot size? After your 1 to 3 is a 10, what do you do? Do you just close the trade or move your stop loss to the 1 to 3 level?
Okay.
Or you wait it?
Now, if you are using minimum lot size, you have to be very smart. This is what you do. When your 1 to 3 get eaten, do you understand? If you get to 1 to 3, exactly.
Yes.
Break even. Move your stop loss to entry. Is that clear now?
Yes.
As soon as you get to 1 to 4, move your stop loss to 1 to 1. Is that clear? That's just the calculations. As soon as you get to 1 to 5, move your stop loss to 1 to 2. Is that clear?
Okay.
Are you following?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So if you acquire 1 to 6, move your stop loss to 1 to 3. Is that clear? At that point, you have already secured 1 to 3. Is that clear now? Then just leave your stop loss. Leave your stop loss. Allow price to get to your TP. So if price will not get to your TP, if it want to reverse, are you following? Your 1 to 3 would have been protected.
Exactly.
Is that clear now?
Thank you, sir. Yes, understood.
Yes,
All right. So that's just there's no gimmicks there. It's just don't worry, Sha. All of you must pay for this thing I'm teaching you, sir. All right. So forget it is a joke, Sha. So let's proceed. Should we go to another asset?
Yes, we can.
Should we go to? All right. So this is B500. I've spoken about C300. I need to even show you something, sir. If it has not stopped me out, I know it will stop me out. Someone, don't let me talk about it. Let me just leave it. Anyway, let me see C500. Okay. The asset no one agree. I see plenty lines. I beg. I never understand this asset yet, but then let me tell you what I'm seeing. Should we proceed?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm seeing is that. Where's my arrow? Okay. There are even arrows here before. All right. This C500. Now what I'm seeing is this is on H1. Sorry, on H4. You know the structure has changed to a buy, isn't it? This is a high, a low, a high, a low. Is that clear now? Although for me, I won't consider this as a low, but then when I change it to line chart, I saw it's a low. So I consider it as a low. And price came and broke this high. Is that clear?
Yes.
So price came back to retest one of these other block here and then moved up. But then I'm seeing a mini structure here. You see this low and this high.
Okay.
You
Yes.
see this low and this high. All right.
Yes.
This structure has also broken for a what? For a sell. Is that clear? So on this time frame, I'm waiting for price to come back to this zone here. Is that clear?
Yes.
See, don't go far. Don't always give yourself stress. Just do what you see and then leave it. So this is where I'm expecting price. As soon as price gets here, I will be looking down on maybe M30 to see if I can see a break or structure and retest before I take a trade from here. Exactly. But currently now, the reason why I'm in this buy now, let me show us so that we can see and it will not be like gimmicks. See, why I took the buy was because you see all those green zone, right?
Yes, sir.
See all those green lower zone. Those ones are the zones I would have entered a trade that I missed. Do you understand? This one was activated, gave me a good entry, but this one wasn't reactivated because I was using lower time frame to scale this. It didn't come back to activate me, and then it moved. So I drew my trade line. How many of you know what this pattern is?
Flagpole.
What?
Flagpole.
Flagpole. And this is a bullish flag pattern. Exactly. Sometimes you need the idea of all these things, but then don't let me bore you. If you have not understood structure, if you are doing this thing, or boy, that thing will just burn you. Is that clear?
Yes.
So how did I take the buy? Because most of you are wondering how I took the buy, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a flag pole, and I'm inside it, I'm looking at structure. See plenty structure. This is a high. Sorry, this is a low, a high. This low got broken by this move, isn't it?
Yes.
So I expect price to come back to this high and then continue selling. You see that I came back.
Yes.
And then sold to break this low again. You see that I broke this low.
Yes. Yes.
So I expect price to come back to one other block here and then continue selling. Do you understand?
Yes.
Very simple. But then as soon as I saw this, I quickly look at another mini structure. See this structure here. This is a high, a low, right?
Yes.
And then it got broken up. So at this point, I was expecting price to come to this other block here. That's why you just need to give it a little space for, stop loss to have breathing space. Do you understand? So I gave my stop loss breathing space. So price came back here and then it bought a little bit. I was actually concerned about this smart money move here. So you see that it was price that started reacting to it. But then I don't think it will push price that far down. I expect it to come to this place. In fact, I expect it to break this high. I expect it to break out of this trend line here and continue the buy movement. So all this green zone might not hold price. Do you understand?
Yes, I guess.
I expect it to break that. If I would TP because of this mini structure, my TP will be at this high here. Is that clear now? Not this place.
Sir.
I know that price will react here, but this is where I'm looking at for my, TP, if I would TP anything. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Very clear, sir.
You see how someone can take advantage of what they call liquidity too. You see this trend line is liquidity. This trend line here is liquidity. Is that clear?
Yes.
In our own part. But then we can also take what?
Which one? Which line?
See the trend line here now, the one I'm pointing at.
Yes.
And this one here. The line that form flags, they are also liquidity. So price will eventually clear either the up or come back and clear it down. But the first thing it will do is either it clears up. As soon as it clears this up, it will clear it well and then start coming down to clear this one too. Boom. And then you see, don't worry, I will not miss both moves anyway. So yeah, I will not miss it because I've already planned for it. So price has to come back to this green zone here. And some persons will ask me why. Abi?
Yes, sir.
This is structure, a low, a high. This low got broken by this move here. Is that clear?
Yes.
So my whole major concern is at this place. This is where I'll be looking at because this place has been tested. It has been tested like twice. So if price comes back here, it will break it. So this is the only place I'm looking at for a sell continuation. Is that clear now?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when I draw my flag, there's a way they calculate flag, right?
Yes.
How many of you know how to calculate flag?
I don't even know
yes.
what flag is. So just continue.
All right. So
the
what
start
you
pole,
said,
the length of the start pole. I remember. Yeah, the length of the start pole will be the same as the length of the end pole.
Yeah. So that's just it. See this line here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my move. So as soon as it breaks here, you see that it aligns with this green zone. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a confirmation for me. So I also trade that, but seldomly I trade it with structure. If you don't understand structure, these things will cheat you. Exactly.
Yes.
That's why I've been shouting master structure, master structure. That's just what I do. So this is what I'm expecting. So is this asset clear to us now? Or we are more confused?
Yes.
You know, I'm supposed to start my analysis on daily, but daily analysis are not the reason why we need. The only reason why we need daily. Are you following?
You say,
Is everybody
what
here?
is the reason why, you say what is the reason why we need daily?
The reason why we'll be looking at daily in this asset is if this green zone, if it get broken, then I'll be looking at daily zone. Is that clear?
Okay.
This is the daily zone here. So if that H4 zone get broken, then you'll be looking for price to get to daily zone before you start making any decision. Is that clear now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, but then within this move now, we are talking about the same move for the next week, the week that is coming. So we are not looking really fast. So this is what I expect in coming weeks. I expect this asset to continue buying, and for it to get to this green zone. If this green zone, if price reacted on lower time frame, if price reacts there, then I'll be waiting for a sell continuation. But if price did not react there for a sell and it breaks it, then I'll be looking for more buys. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is quiet. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I understand. So this is boom. Okay. On daily, I tell everybody, whether you like it or not. So who marked this place? Someone marked this place and sent. Who did? Okay, someone marked it and sent it, and I said that place,
I was the one.
I don't trust it. All right, I said I don't trust it. Price will break it. You don't. What?
I was marking the daily yesterday.
Yeah. So I said price will break it, and the reason why I said price will break it is because it's not the high. That's not the high. See the move. This is a low, right?
Yes.
Oh, battery. This is the high. This is a low. This place got broken and create this high. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is a high because it broke down to this place. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So this low was broken by this high here. Is that clear? Not this one, sir. But then I'm still suspecting this place, but I don't trust it. I don't really trust it. It's just the truth. The place I trust is at this place. But then price might react around here. But I expect price to get here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, but then we are still waiting for a break of structure. If we see break of structure around here too, we can still take it. But then I've told you, this sale will be massive. This sale will be massive. We'll be in this sale for almost 1 month or so.
Wow.
Yeah, if this sale is activated, we will be in this sale for about 1 month, if not more. So let's wait patiently. I'm not buying this asset. I'm not forcing it to sell either. Until I see a confirmation, I'm not taking it. You better make that. You can write it down. If you don't see confirmation, don't take this trade. It's still buying. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm patiently waiting for the sale continuation. So you two should wait. So as soon as it's ready, I'm going to post it on both platforms anyway, so that people in the free channel too can benefit from it.
Yes, sir.
So let's leave the asset. There's nothing much. Which other asset, please? Which other asset should we check? What? I can't hear you. Which asset?
J10.
Hmm?
J10.
V10.
J10.
J10. He said J10.
All right.
Jump 10.
Okay, I think this, okay, since I'm not seeing anything much on this daily, I will go to H4. Let me see what H4 is doing. All right. So let's talk about this asset a bit. This is a low. This is a high, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This high was responsible for the break of this low. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So I expect the price to come back to this high, come back to somewhere around here before it gives me a sign that it wants to continue selling. Exactly. Exactly. But then
Yes,
price
sir.
has not gotten there. So I still expect price to get there because I'm seeing liquidity somewhere here. See, this is how you need to be analyzing your market. This is liquidity there. So anybody that is buying can still hold. This is just liquidity here. Yeah, I expect price to clear liquidity around that place. Forget that line. If the line is not staying, you shall know what I'm saying.
Yes.
This line just wanted to. Oh, all right. Let's just manage the line like that. So that's what I see. Did you see the liquidity there?
Yes, sir.
So evidence that buy will continue. But if price did not get to this zone first, are you following? And price comes back down to this zone here, you can buy. Just confidently buy from here. Because this is a high and this is a low that broke. You understand?
Yes.
Sir.
So this is a high, this is a low, and this high was broken, and this low was responsible for it. So I expect price to come back to this low and buy to this place. But then price might not come back. So if price gets there before this low, look for a lower time frame confirmation at this zone, and then start selling if you see confirmation. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Do we understand this asset now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What? I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So each price gets up there first. Then we must watch out for lower time information.
Yes, yes.
Then we can sell from there.
Yes, who is talking, please?
This is Joseph from Ghana.
All right. So yeah, if you wait for a lower time frame break of structure, then you can sell from there. Yeah. And well, you are in the mentorship group now.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's nothing big deal. It's still the same thing over and over. There's nothing. No, I do only one thing. That's what I do. Exactly what I'm doing is what I'm teaching. Hope this is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
All right. Which other asset should we look at?
Step index.
Step index supposed to buy. All right. Is sorry, I just shock as I see. I don't think this asset is ready to buy. I don't think so. But then some persons are considering this zone here. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because they felt structure has been broken on this time frame, but on H4 structure has not been broken. This is the high that created this low. Is that clear?
Yes.
So price came back and then broke this place. You understand?
Okay.
So most persons are expecting price to come back. What?
It's not much.
It doesn't have to be much.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a sign that structure has broken on this time frame. So structure has been broken anyway. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So as soon as you mark this zone, because I don't trust this zone, what I'll be waiting for is lower time frame entry. Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I must see confirmation here because I don't trust this zone. So as soon as I see M5 break of structure and retest, I will buy. Exactly. But then if
Yes.
price break
Yes,
this
sir.
low, if price breaks this place, we'll be waiting for price to come back to this high and then continue selling. Exactly now.
Yes.
So there's no big deal here. So what we wait for is for price to do whatever it wants to do around here.
Right.
Is it hard?
Not at all.
No,
Not
sir.
at all.
It's simple. There's nothing big deal there. VIX 10 has been doing anyhow, but then we got that VIX 10 X2 has been doing anyhow. But we are looking with high. I don't want to explain this because I know most of us can. You can read it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Read what,
It's
sir?
not what you can read the
You mean
structure of this
okay?
of this asset.
Okay. Yes.
Just just stick with that. Just stick with that. There's no big deal there. I know that this asset is not ready to sell. People that are pushing the sell are just pushing it. This asset. If you fear this asset, oh, please be careful with this asset. It's not asset that you just enter anyhow. This asset and VIX 50s, both VIX 50 are very terrible. They are very. This one didn't even come back. I beg. So that's just it. Let me just stop here. Except someone has another asset in mind. Who has another asset in mind?
Forex.
Forex. Is it currencies, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Who is talking,
Yes, sir.
please?
Yes, sir. It's Daniel, sir.
You
Daniel.
didn't see my you didn't see my notification on the group. I said Forex is tomorrow. Did you see it?
I didn't see it here.
Okay, wait. How many of us are interested in the Forex, please? That is currently on the call.
Me, Morgan.
Morgan.
But here,
Everybody is okay. Let me end this call first. Let me just end this call. I will create another video call so that we can round up. Is that clear?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
All right. So just join on time, please. Don't make me wait, please.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.